Guys, today I have for you something really special. Nightmare Dungeon Tier 100 speedrun / farm setup. Yes, you heard me right, my beautiful bastard. You can speed farm Tier 100 Nightmare Dungeons without breaking a sweat and without using poison. Yeah!
That's a lot of damage!
I have to be honest, poisoned imbuements are not that fun to me. I tried those setups and those didn't work for me. So I decided to go completely off-road and destroy enemies with Shadow Imbuement and Freeze or Ice Imbuement, you name it. And as a result, not only we are spreading vulnerability all over the place, also stunning enemies, freezing those and killing instantly. But before we get to the setup, quick word from the sponsor DVING.net. If you don't want to grind or you don't have time, I can recommend you these guys. Use my RBDiv or RBD promo code to receive 15% discount on absolutely all services, any game. But now, let's dive into this setup. And in this one we have of course tons of survivability. Protection is the key point at the latest stages of Diablo 4. But on my mask I have simple aspect where I'm using basic skill and gaining 20% damage reduction. I am basically pushing this build to maximum health and armor and damage reduction against close enemies and of course distant enemies. And key point here that I need strength to make those breakpoints at my paragon. So on my mask I have strength and all stats just to get all the maximum buffs I can from paragon board. On my gloves I have really nice and must have aspect which gonna share not only vulnerability, also stun and also freeze or chill effect, slow effect, daze, all that will be shared and it will spread like wildfire. I can't stress enough how this is really important aspect. It's absolutely must have to be successful during legendary difficulty or excuse me tier 100 nightmare dungeons, because you can stop basically whole battlefield by playing properly, and it means they can't deal damage to you but you can deal damage to everybody, since Shadow Imbuement will explode enemies who are dying. And it's the speed how we can clear nightmare dungeons are absolutely ridiculous. Pentanine Greaves boots are absolutely amazing. We are dealing more damage to chill enemies, movement speed, I have decent rolls. Also key point here for survivability reasons we are using momentum stacks. Those are kinda handy, although my roll is not that great. And these pads again, aspect is really important since we are applying status effects all over the place. Those enemies will deal less damage to us, and when they deal damage to us we are increasing our movement speed so we can get out of the shit much quicker. So these aspects works really well together. On my crossbow I have dancing blades. Really nice aspect, although you could use accelerator to increase your attack speed. It depends on your preference. For me, twisting blades or dancing blades works really well. One of my daggers are actually unique ones, and I'm gaining quad damage here, and that's the reason why we are using combo points in this setup as well. Pretty dope combination between my core skill and basic skill. Puncture, I'm applying with puncture vulnerability, and that vulnerability effect will spread even further because I have effects which deal more damage. On my rings again, the best stats you could roll here is health, vulnerability, crit chance and crit damage. You don't need resource generation because everyone will explode. The key point here is to trigger explosion, chain of explosions. For my hearts, I'm using of course hearts which are giving me a reduction, damage reduction, and most importantly stun grenades. Stun grenades are here extremely important, guys. Again, you're gonna spread status effect and you're gonna stun more and more enemies, and you can stun lock enemies actually in a way that they will not come from floor in any shape or form. It's kind of ridiculous and funny when you do that, so that's really important. And I'm using Barber. Barber again for this setup is absolutely dope because if you're gonna pair it up with Shadow Imbuement, And Barber, oh, you saw how quickly I can clear packs of enemies. Super quick and simple setup. I don't want to waste your time. I will leave full link with my Paragon board and build down below in the description, but I'm slowly getting now over my skill tree. I'm using Shadow Grenade, Conclusion skills, Shadow Imbuement, of course, Precision Imbuement to gain crit chance with my Ice Imbuement and Shadow Imbuement. We will use those quite frequently to destroy enemies, and why we need speed to gather as much enemies as we can together, and boom, now jump into the action, apply freeze effect, stack your Barber, and boom. Trust me, everyone will die, and then simply activate your Twisting Blades and run away. So Twisting Blades would finish all the enemies behind you. It's simple as that. Fridge Finesse is really nice skill or passive skill to have, although I tried to boost it to level 6 and I came back to Weapon Mastery or Exploit. Those are much better in my eye. Passive aspects or talents, because you can gain more damage on day-to-day basis. Fridge Finesse, when it kicks really hard on freeze or frozen enemies, but it happens like every 10 seconds. But with Exploit or Weapon Mastery, you have all the time weapon damage buffs active, so it's a little bit more efficient for me during nightmare dungeons, during my runs. It's super easy farm, and my Paragon board is kinda all over the place, but I think I pushed the maximum amount of DPS out of this Paragon board. I have damage to elites, and this is guys, this is third board, so you go up and now you go to the right side to activate cheap shot Paragon board, and in this one we will use Combat Glyph. It has tons of goodies, and in this Paragon board you will not waste your points at all. You will get only good buffs, amplified damage, damage to healthy enemies, and so on. After that we will go up here. It's really important. This will be our fourth Paragon board, and we will activate Eldritch Bounty Paragon board, but we will not get that legendary aspect. We will go for control here. Control, I think, is kind of mandatory in any rogue, poison, any imbuement setup. And again, we will not waste ton of points, but we will get maximum possible benefits. And the last board in my setup is this one, and to basically break the points, we will use, of course, Exploit for vulnerable damage. Damage to elites, again, we are stacking tons and tons of damage to elites, but we need on our crossbow not only dexterity but all stats attribute, and on your mask most likely you will use strength and all stats as well to break these points and get all the buffs. Butcher drops the mic, bye.